Welcome to another edition of Tech 20 Tuesday, everyone. My name is Mark Michaud. This is April 22nd, and today's topics are Air Server and Mobile Mouse. With the iPads becoming more prevalent in the classrooms, I thought I'd show you guys a few tools on how you can display your iPad to students and also control your smartboard possibly with another app on your iPad, since you're going to have that in the classroom. We don't have the luxury yet, well, not all the schools do, of having class sets. So getting your image onto the smartboard might be a challenge. I know some schools have bought Apple TVs in the past, but what I'm hoping to introduce here is something that's relatively cheaper and, in my opinion, much easier to use. And the symbol we see here is the Air Server symbol, so let's dive right in and take a look at it. So Air Server is straightforward, as in terms that the website where you can purchase the software is airserver.com, as you can see right here. And I'm not going to go through the process of installing, but I will show you where you can go get it. And if you look up here, there's the download tab here. And when we click on download, you have the structure, the pricing structure. And for an education license, I can tell you right now that it's $11.99 US for one copy. And that gives you an activation for your PC. It also gives you an activation if you have a MacBook. So you're getting two. One for PC and one for MacBook. If you don't have an iMac or if you don't have anything Apple, that's fine. You can store that activation aside for later use, or give it to another teacher that does. But it's $11.99 for one copy. You might notice there it says $7.99 to $11.99. That is if you buy several. But if you're buying, I think 10, it drops down to $9.99. But if you're buying 1 to 9 of them, it's $11.99. There's a 7-day trial, and when you click on the download link here, it'll download that software on your computer, and you go ahead and you install that if you have your admin rights. And once the software is installed and you've tested out and you like it, you can always come here and buy the full license. And when you do buy the full license after you've had the trial, it's just a question of copy and pasting your new activation code, and it activates your software. You don't need to reinstall anything. Okay, so I'm going to skip the installation process because we do only have 20 minutes. And what happens is, once it's installed, you will see it in your system tray down here, and it's that little symbol here. And basically, when you want to mirror your iPad or your iPod Touch or your iPhone, well, I shouldn't say iPhone. It would work at your house. There shouldn't be any iPhones on the network, but at your home, if you wanted to display your iPhone, you could. But in the school, we'll stick with iPod Touches that have been purchased by schools and iPads. For iOS 7, in order to enable AirPlay, you need to scroll. When your iPad's open, you're at the bottom of your screen. You're going to just swipe your finger up, and it brings up this control center. And I've talked about the control center in previous Tech 20 Tuesdays. And in here, you will see the AirPlay symbol right here. And right now it's set to AirPlay. That's why you can see my screen. It's working right now. But normally what you would do is iPad is what would be selected here. You would select your computer name, and notice that my computer name is a long number. And you would, once you've selected your computer name, you would toggle on the mirroring. And as soon as you do that, it mirrors your iPad. So I can go ahead here and show you. You can clearly see that this is just a window within my laptop. And when I play on the iPad and I move stuff around, imagine your laptop right now being connected to the smartboard. That means the students would be seeing the same screen as you're seeing right now. So if there's an app you want to show the students, you just bring it on. And again, I can go with the view here under File. you have view, and you can go full screen. And when you select full screen, it does what it says. It takes your iPad and puts it full screen on the smartboard. And if you got anything to model with your students, you could be walking in your classroom and writing this, and the students are looking at your smartboard and they can see you working. So it gives you a little bit of freedom to walk around the class, and also gives you freedom for the kids to see exactly what you're doing on your smartboard rather than holding it up in front of the class. So that's a really neat feature. So it's pretty straightforward. However, what I want to show you here is that when AirServer is installed, you'll get this little icon here. And what that does, it allows you customizations of a few things. Right now, AirServer is set that if someone else, you can display more than one item at a time. So if you have more than one iPad and another student decides that they want to display their iPad, or if you're two teachers, or if you have another iPad, you do the same process. You go to the control center, you turn mirroring on, and notice that what it's done here, it's changed. Now I am on another iPad. And what that does, it allows you the freedom for you to switch from iPad to iPad easily. However, having that freedom in the classroom with students that have an iPad could create a little bit of chaos. So what you can do with the customization settings right over here, there's two things that I want to bring your attention to. So you click on the AirServer symbol, and then you click on AirServer settings. And notice here the computer name. If you're in a school that has several AirServer purchases, it might be confusing on which one is yours, because all the computers are somewhat named the same. But what you can do is you can just change the broadcast name. And so I would change it to my name. And also, within a school setting, if you leave your AirServer unlocked, what I mean by unlocked is if you don't create a password, you could have students or potentially teachers in other classes displaying their iPads into your room. So just to prevent that, what you can do is you can set a password. So right now it's no password. I'll go with fixed password, and I'll call it 1234 and apply. So what that does, I'm going to shut down AirServer here, and I'm going to display AirServer again, and it's prompting me for a password. You don't see this on the screen right now. So I typed in that password 1234, and I turn mirroring on, and I'm back to square one. Notice that when I bring up the control center now, it does not say my computer name, but it says the new name I've given it. So it's a little bit easier to find. The second thing that I want to show you in the customization, so we go to the AirServer icon, AirServer settings, is the display, the mirroring, sorry. Right now it's on single user mode. You can actually display more than one iPad at a time. So I'm going to set this to side-by-side mirroring. And you need your admin password to do that. I'm not sure why, but it does ask for your admin password. And what that does, it allows you to display two at a time. Now I'm not sure if that's going to be useful, but right now I have one on here, so I'm going to go view full screen, and I'm going to mirror a second one, and it's asking me for that password on the second one as well, which is 1234. And as you can see, I am displaying two at the same time. So It could come in handy, it might not, but I just wanted to make everyone aware that it does exist. You can actually display 3, 4. I don't know what the maximum is, but mind you that if you display more than 2, the numbers and the icons do become much smaller. Also, in the server settings, you can, if you're displaying this to an LCD TV, and this does, by the way, it does send the sound as well. So if you do connect your device and you decide to play music with it, it does send the sound. So as you can see, the sound is playing no problem, and it's playing wirelessly. If you were to connect your device to something else other than the smart board, let's say it was a TV, you might want to have to change where you're sending that sound to, and that would be here. So you have the audio settings, you have display settings, you have the mirroring settings, and post-processing. I wouldn't touch this, and I wouldn't touch advanced either, but it is good for you guys to know that these settings are here. All right. So I think that's it for AirServer. It's pretty straightforward, very easy to use. The new update, which gives you this new icon here, I have to be honest with you. I've tried to make this crash, and it doesn't. It seems very stable, and I'm very satisfied with it. All right, let's move on to mobile mouse. Okay, as you can see, the icon has now changed to mobile mouse. And in short, what mobile mouse is, it's an app that allows you to use your iPad or your iPod Touch as a trackpad and a keyboard for your laptop. So it's giving you the freedom to control your laptop while it's connected to the smartboard, and you can basically do anything that's going on, or advanced slides on a PowerPoint, advanced slides on a notebook presentation, without having to be at your laptop. In the past, we had people that would come in and present, they would bring in a little clicker with them. Well, basically you have a keyboard, a trackpad, and an all-in-one device to control your laptop anywhere in your classroom, and it's free. Yes, I did say it's free. Mobile mouse is free. There is also a Pro version. I'll show you in a few minutes what the difference is between the Pro and the free version, but the free version will pretty much do everything you need to get done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all, I'm just going to display my iPad. And I'm going to show you. So this is the App Store, and in the App Store I did a mobile mouse search, and that's bringing me to the mobile mouse Pro, and this is the mobile mouse free, and they're identical. This one here, it says open because I've already purchased it in the past. It's $4.99, and the free version obviously is free. So what you do is you go and get the free version, you install it on your iPad or your iPod, and the app in my case is right in this folder. It's called Mobile Mouse. So that's the first step. Once you have it on your laptop, once you have it on your iPad, your next step is to install the server. And if you look in the system tray, see I have the AirServer symbol, but you're going to need this mobile mouse server as well. So what I normally do, the link to get here is long. I'll have it in the wiki, the Tech20 Tuesday wiki. I'll have the link there. But I usually just do mobile mouse in a Google search, server. I just do a search for that, and here it is. So it's mobilemouse.com. Very easy name to remember. And what we're looking for is the server. So I'm just going to scroll down here, and it's under downloads. And you're going to want, if you have a Mac, it's going to be this download here. If you have a Windows machine, you're going to download this one. And once you go ahead and you download that server and you that software, excuse me, and you do the install, it is going to show up right here in your server settings. So once it's there, I'm just going to double tap this. This means it's running, okay? So the next step, once you have this running and you have the app installed on your laptop, excuse me, on your iPad, I'm going to display my iPad again. And I'm going to see if I can't make this screen smaller. But here's mobile mouse. So I'm going to select mobile mouse. And I'm going to click OK. And in the upper left, you've got the gear. So now my computer name has appeared. That's the same computer name that we had seen earlier. I'm going to click on Done. And now I'm actually, you see the yellow appear on the iPad screen. That's my finger controlling, just gliding along on my iPad. And if you notice, you can actually see my cursor moving on the right hand side. So if I want to minimize this window, you just tap the iPad and it minimizes the window. So right now you see my cursor moving, but I'm not using my trackpad, I'm using my iPad. I'm going to remaximize this. Up here in the upper hand corner, when you tap that brings up your keyboard. And normally if you're in a section of a site that you would need the keyboard would normally pop up on its own. If you retap the keyboard, it comes back down. And notice below here you can select whatever application you want to open as well. In the upper left hand corner here, if you're playing music, this will allow you to control your music that's playing on your laptop. If you want to surf the web, these are just tools like you hit back and forward just to make it. Remember, you don't have a physical keyboard in your hands, right? You have your iPad. So these are all buttons that let you do that work a little easier. I'm actually not sure what this is. We'll skip that. That might be a pro version. And this toggle here is what toggles up. That A symbol is what hides what's open. And actually, basically what it's showing is showing you the shortcuts that you have at the bottom of your toolbar on your laptop. So that's pretty straightforward in terms of using this. Now let's take a look at what the difference between the free version and the pro version. So more. There is also a pro version which features tech support and free updates, application switcher, so that allows you to go from one application to another. So if you're going from Word, it'll allow you to go into another one. File browser, so if you want to, you can browse your files directly in that app. I don't see anything that jumps out that would absolutely make you want to buy the pro version. There's the numeric keyboard, the modifier keys. For $4.99 it might be worth your purchase, but for people that just want to have a trackpad and a keyboard, the free version will do that very well. Alright, that's it for another edition of Tech 20 Tuesday. If you have any questions on any of the shows that we've done in the past or today's, and specifically AirServer and Mobile Mouse, you feel free to email any of your tech mentors. And thank you for coming, everyone, and I'll see you all again next Tuesday. Thank you very much. Take care.